The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask will always be my favorite game of all time. I've owned it since I was a kid and I've spent many hours exploring dungeons, defeating bosses, and collecting masks. Within my group of friends, I've always been the black sheep, with them favoring Ocarina of Time and me going towards Majora's Mask. Lots has already been said on this game, but I just thought I'd tell you guys what I remember. Majora's Mask was actually one of the very first games I ever received as a kid. It was given to me as a gift by my grandma who owned a video store at the time. My grandma soon sold the store and as a gift let me and my cousin each pick out one game. My cousin picked up Ocarina of Time and I picked up Majora's Mask. The only reason I picked Majora's Mask is because of that goddamn menacing face on the cover. That thing still haunts me to this day, I swear. Now there are a couple of reasons I favored this game over Ocarina of Time. Number one probably being just because I've had it since I was a kid and it was one of the first games I actually ever beat, even though it took me forever. Number two being, I don't know, it feels like there's more of a challenge to this one with the constant 3-day thing. Like, it's almost as if it's weighing on your back. Like, there's a constant pressure for you to finish the game. I remember when I first started playing it, actually, it took me forever just to change from a Deku scrub to a human again. Like, I'm talking like weeks. Like, I could not figure it out and actually gave the game up. And then I just picked it back up like a month or two later and I finally figured it out and then it was all fine from there. This game is actually one of the first games I was able to beat without any manuals and stuff, because I didn't have access to internet or anything, so I was actually able to beat it without any outside help and collect all the masks and everything, so I'm still pretty proud of that. A really random memory I have is of this thing right here. I always thought it was my horse, Epona. I thought the Skull Kid turned it into that, and I remember I'd always come back at different intervals in the game and like just see if it was like alive or not. Pretty stupid. Another one of my favorite features of Majora's Mask were definitely the temples. Even though there were only 4, they were all well designed and had very intricate puzzles. The Great Bay Temple being the only exception because, well, nobody likes that one. My favorite temple was always the Stone Tower Temple. I just loved the whole build up towards the temple, especially the fight with the King of Ikana. That part still sticks out to me today. When the curtains drop and he offers to show you just what kind of thing true darkness really is, it just makes the hairs stand up on the back of your neck. That, along with the mini quest where you fetch the read out all the random items. I always thought this quest was really awesome, especially random cow at the end. Like, what the hell was up with that? The best part about this temple is just how randomly it just turns upside down halfway through. It's like, what? Why is this happening? And at this point, that's where you realize that, oh, that's why there was a chest upside down. It was a very creative level design, and it ended up making the temple actually a lot of fun. I still face bombing how many times I tried to hookshot that thing. Also for the boss, you gotta be all huge and stuff, so that was pretty cool. Another stupid thing I remember doing is making the Scarecrow song. He'd ask you to make a song for him, and then when you played it at certain places, he would appear. The only real rule the songs had is that they had to be 8 notes long. But the funny thing is that we always used to do is you could hold each note for as long as you wanted. So you could make the song last like 5 minutes, and then when you needed to call him, you instantly regretted it because it would take like forever just to get him to appear. I was just glad that you got to recompose a song each time you played the Song of Time. Otherwise that would really suck. One of my favorite things about this game was it didn't really feel like a traditional Zelda game. Probably the biggest thing that sets it apart from the rest, other than the 3-day cycle, are the mask side quests and other various side quests throughout the game. And this is where it gets to the confusing part. I collected all the masks, completed all the side quests, including completing the Bomber's Notebook, and got almost all the heart pieces except for one, thanks to that stupid fisherman's jumping game. I have no idea why that was so hard, but I could never do it. But somehow I did all this when I was little. I have no idea how I did it. I didn't use any walkthroughs, like I said, or guides or anything. But I mean, I literally played this game like every day, so I guess having no life kind of worked out for me. My 2 favorite mask quests have to be between the Couples Mask and the Romani Mask quest. The Couples Mask just had a big sense of achievement after completing it. It spanned over 3 days and even included a little mini dungeon where you tried to stop the Sun Mask from getting captured. I like the Romani Mask just because of the fun little activities that included the bow and arrow, like shooting the 2 guys running behind you. That was actually a lot of fun. And I mean, obviously the best part was that you got a hug from an older chick. I mean, come on. That was everybody's favorite part, right? Of course, this would only happen if you'd already beaten the quest before, so yeah. creepiest mask that I can remember is Kamoro's mask. Like, honestly, what were they even thinking? Like, you put it on, it like gets rid of like your head pretty much, replaces that little skinny guy with the fucking beanie or whatever it was. It was just weird. You like could perform this special dance that used to just creep me and my brother right out. Like, we used to just do it and kill ourselves laughing, like on the ground in tears. It was hilarious. My favorite Bomber's Notebook quest definitely has to go out to the guy asking for toilet paper in the hotel. Like, honestly, what the hell even was that? Like, the most random thing ever. You just walk into the room and this hand jumps out at you asking for toilet paper. Like, okay then, here you go. And then he gives you a heart piece. It's like, yeah, just gonna wash my hands first, thanks. I could talk for hours about all the things I remember and love about this game, but I'm only going to go over one more. And it's not really a happy one, it's one of the more rage-inducing ones. I was playing the water temple, so yeah, already you can kind of see where this is going. The stupid puzzles confused me and I ended up losing track of time, and that's actually probably the first time in that game that I've ever ran out of time and had a game over that way. So, now I had to redo the whole temple. Awesome. Just what I needed. But I finally got to the final boss, Georg, and during the middle of fighting him, my game just decides to crash. Yeah, that's right, my game crashed. I've always had a really bad temper since I was a kid, and I actually took the cartridge out of my N64 and remember throwing it across the room. My cartridge exploded in half, and that's when I realized what I had done, and I started freaking out and I remember I got some wood glue and glued it back together, and it actually still works. I've still used it to this day just to check out my old save file. So because of all that, I had to do the stupid water temple 3 times. And that's definitely my most rage-inducing moment that I remember from playing this game. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask will always be my favorite game. Though it has many rage-inducing moments, there's also many good moments of it, and it's my childhood game. I just have so much nostalgia and memories connected to it. I can't wait for the 3DS version of the game just to see what they've changed and just to relive it again. Thanks for watching the video and listening to the stories about what I remember of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.